Hi, I'm John. This is my show, A Sports Reckoning. So I'm going to place a final judgment on 10 YouTubers that are in the card community. And my final judgment upon them is going to be that when they had a choice in the real world to make a decision whether to expose a pedophile who is abusing children, whether to do that or to risk losing value of their cards and hurting the card market. So when they had that choice, whether to protect a child from a predator who is right in their community, somebody that they all interact with, they had a choice. Should they protect the child from being molested, or should they protect their card values and the integrity of the sports card community? These people all chose to protect the integrity of the sports card community and the values of their sports card, and they all said, fuck the kid, literally. Let the kid get fucked. That's literally what they all said. Okay? So I'm going to show you 10 people here that I gave them all clear evidence of what was going on. I gave them all opportunities to speak out upon it. None of them did. So they're all endorsing Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow and saying they endorse his behavior with children regardless if it leads to these children being sexually abused by Jimmy. That's what they said. They said they don't care about the fucking kid. All they care about is the value of their cards. Okay? So here's Geoff Wilson of Sports Card Investor. You're guilty. You're guilty and you've been judged. I am the law. You've been judged and shit, right? Okay, so this is Dustin, the personal finance dad. You are guilty. I have found you guilty in my court of law. The great curator, I have found you guilty in my court of law of supporting Jimmy's pedophile behavior within your community so you could increase your card values. You're guilty. Santiago Sports, I find you guilty. And you're so directly connected to Jimmy. You're like disgustingly guilty and responsible for allowing pedophile behavior to exist in your community so that you could increase the values of your cards. You're guilty. Mojo Sports, you're guilty. You support Jimmy. You do nothing to protect children from Jimmy's pedophile behavior upon those children. You're guilty. So you can make your little bit of money off your shiny little cards. You're guilty. I have judged you and found you guilty. Dakota, Sports Cards Anonymous, says nothing. He will do nothing to stand up and face any real accusations in his community because he wants to be a YouTuber and be able to play in his room. See, what happens with these people that are married is that they don't want to spend time with their wives. That's what a lot of these people are. They're not willing to give up the opportunity for them to play sports card reporter, in the YouTube. They're not willing to give that up. Because if they give that up, then they're going to have to spend time with their wives. And obviously, you can tell none of them like their fucking wives. Because what is it? Why don't you like your wives? Are you guys really attracted to young boys? What the fuck is wrong with you people? You're guilty. Rollin With FD, you are guilty. I have found you guilty in the court of John. And for me, is claiming to be the judge and jury over this. I am the law. You are guilty. You are assisting and allowing a pedophile to roam in your community so that you can play with your sports cards. Guilty. Brad, the come on your back card investor, I find you guilty. All you're looking to do is to try and be a spokesman and get some kind of deal from ESPN as being a spokesman for the sports card community. I find you guilty. You will allow a child to be sexually abused right in your frickin' presence, right in your community. You will do nothing to do anything about it if you think it'll make you look dirty at all. You are guilty, and your community is guilty too. And I'm sorry to say, this is the only guy that I actually really like out of these people, but Flippin' Steve, you're guilty. You had your chance. You could either align yourself with the rest of the members of the sports card community and be able to now work on becoming a sports card dealer and keep your page here in YouTube. Keep your page for getting a lot of views and getting attention as being a legitimate member of the sports card community. You had a choice. You either align yourself with the sports card community who is defending pedophiles, or you stand up and defend the investigation work that what I'm doing and claim that there's some valid work of what I've been doing and it needs to be looked into because child pedophilia is the most important thing to be stopped within the sports card community, you did nothing, Steve. You're guilty. I am the law. You have all been judged.